welcome back to my channel, to all of my subscribers. To those of you who have not yet subscribed, you know the deal. There is a little button right down there. Feel free to click that. This way you do not feel left out of anything. Me. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a diva, I promise you. Anyways, today I did another 2-in-1 look. All I really changed was my hair and smoked out my eyes a little bit. Actually, some of you are probably rolling your eyes at me because I smoked out my eyes a lot. But anyways, it's not unattainable, unachievable for all of you beginners out there. I started this tutorial with my hair down, no lashes, no black shadow, nothing underneath my eyes. It was very daytime appropriate, office, going food shopping, whatever your cup of tea during the day is, drinking tea even, it was very appropriate for the daytime. And then I decided to vamp it up. For some of us, all we would need is a hair tie to tie this baby up and make it a little more fun. And then some black shadow, black liner, and lashes. And then we have this look right here. Anyways, if you would like to learn how to achieve this look, if you would like to know what my first look looked like, keep watching. If you liked what you saw, go ahead, click that thumbs up below, subscribe below, leave some comments below. You know the deal. Without further ado, my 2-in-1 look. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you at the end of this tutorial. All right, bye guys. So I'm going to start by priming my face with the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm. Nikki Tutorials started this trend and I had to see what it was all about. So I'm just going to take a little amount and rub it into my skin until it gets nice and tacky. And now with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette, I am going to take the color Soft Peach and work it into my crease. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is such a light neutral color. And then we're going to pick up on the color Morroco and again do the same exact thing, just really buff it out into my crease, not trying to get too high because I do want this to be a nice neutral look, just trying to create a little depth and dimension in my eye socket. I'm just using the brush that came with the palette, but it's just a large, fluffy blending brush. Then I'm going to take the color Bellini, and with the opposite side of the brush that came in the palette, just pack it onto the center of my lid. And then I am going to take Champagne Pop and highlight my brow bone. This is a Jaclyn Hill and Becca Cosmetics collaboration highlighter. And then just picking up on Champagne Pop again, we're just going to lightly dust it on the center of our eyelid. Now we barely used any shadows, but just in case anything fell, we're just going to wipe it all up with a makeup remover wipe. And then pick up on the Makeupforever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. I am just going to make 2 swipes on my cheeks, on my forehead, down my nose, on my chin, and on the 2 sides of my nose. Now you're going to see how beautifully this product blends out. I love it. It's so nice and creamy. I would not suggest this being the best option if you have very oily skin, but it is such a fantastic product, very full coverage. But I am going to fast forward through this because, let's face it, I could be here blending out my foundation forever. Next, I am going to pick up on my favorite concealer. This is the Urbandecay Naked Skin Concealer. It is really so great. I am going to start by going from the inner corners of my eyes and down my nose, and then back towards my temples and just really filling in that elongated triangle. Then I am also going to put it on my forehead, down my nose, and on my chin. These are areas of my face that I'm generally going to want to be brighter, and then I'm going to pick up on my damp beauty blender and just blend out the product to avoid creasing and just make sure there are no harsh lines anywhere on my face. Now again, with the Makeupforever Ultra HD Stick Foundation in the color Y535, I am going to take a tiny dual fiber brush. This one's from MAC. I do not know the specific number because it was part of a gift set years ago, but I am just going to lightly dust and blend out this color in the hollows of my cheek, creating a very light contour because we are going to be going over it again and setting it with darker contour powders. So this is to just generally create the shadow that we want. And then I am going to take the same color and go down my nose and just blend it out using a Morphe concealer brush. This is an angled concealer brush. I do not know the exact number because it came in a gift set again and it doesn't have anything listed on it. Now I'm going to set my under eye area with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and just be careful when using this because a little does go a very long way. Now with the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, I am just going to go in with a big fluffy brush and dust it over where my contour is going to be and on my hairline on my forehead. I just like to really warm up my skin tone before applying a contour. I feel like it gives it a little more of a natural look. And then I am going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. This is the powder contour kit. And I am just going to take the color on the far end and work it into the hollows of my cheeks. Now with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, I am going to bake underneath my contour and on my smile lines. And while that is baking, I am going to take the Benefit Coralista Blush and just apply it to the apples of my cheeks, and then in figure 8 motions just push it backwards. Then with the Hourglass Ambient Light Powder, I am going to dust it as a highlight. I just feel like it's very natural, very subtle, and then I am going to dust away my baking powder. And because nobody needs to sit here and watch me put my mascara on, I am completely just cutting through this. And now I am going to go in with the Kylie lip kit in the color Candy K and apply it to my lips, and this is the finished daytime look. Now let's wait for the time to pass, let's wait for nighttime to come, and now it's time to go get changed. We come back and we are ready to get ready for tonight. Now again, picking up on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette, we are going to take the color Fudge and we are going to begin to make this daytime look a little more smoky and grungy. So we are just taking a pencil brush and really packing it on the outer corners of our eyes. And then we are also going to do it above and on our lower lash line. Now when using dark colors, it's so important to blend, so I am going to blend in between every step. So I'm blending out the color Fudge now in very tiny circular motions. Now with the same palette where you're going to go pick up on the color Noir, this is the black. It's very important to tap off some of the extra product. We can always build more on. And then we are going to do the same exact thing that we did with the color Fudge and just pack it on our outer corners and then underneath our lash line, and we will blend it all out. Again, we're just blending in very tiny little circular motions, working it ever so slightly into the crease. And then we're going to take a flat definer brush and really just pack the color on in our lower lash line. And then to add a little more grunge, I'm going to take the same pencil brush as before with no added product and create a little more shadow on the inner corner to create a more halo effect, and then again packing Bellini on the center of our eyes and blending it out just so that the center of our eyes really pop. And now it's come time for us to apply our lashes. These are Lilly Lashes in the style Miami, and then I am taking my Marc Jacobs eyeliner crayon in the color black, and I am just applying it on my inner waterline, and then we are going to pick up on some mascara and just apply it to our lower lashes. And then I decided just to throw my hair up because why not? And that is my second completed look. If you're watching this because you're going out later and you wanted to see how you could just vamp up your morning makeup, have so much fun. Me, I'm just gonna take all of this off and go to sleep because that's who I am, and do not let the makeup fool you. I hope you guys loved it. If you didn't, that's okay. This isn't for everybody. But if you did, there's a thumbs up button and a subscribe button right here that you can click. You can leave me some comments. I would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, I will see you guys back here soon. Bye.